Hey everybody, welcome to my World Spirit Tarot blog. This is my first time doing this, and I'm actually a little self-conscious on film, but I'm not self-conscious talking about tarot cards. So I'm going to jump in with that and we'll see how it goes. It is my intention to go through the entire deck using both my deck and talking a little bit about the symbolism that I adopted, which is very traditional in its roots, and so therefore also referring to other decks because there are so many incredible decks in the world. That being said, the ones that I have here with me today are my own, which is the World Spirit Tarot, and here is a handful of the aces. These are all from the second edition, which came out pretty recently. I don't know, maybe last year. So you can see that. World Spirit Tarot. I also have the classic Rider Waite, also known as the Rider Waite Smith Deck, and I'm thankful to the friend and fan who sent me this particular edition. This is one of those old school ones with the nice magenta Onca on the back. She said she bought this on Haight Street in the 60s in California and mailed it to me just out of the niceness of her heart. So thank you, lovely person. And then my favorite new deck, in addition to my own, which I use so frequently, this is the Rider Waite Smith Deck redone with gummy bears. This is also from US Games, and in my opinion, it is the best. I mean, it's not the best, but it is an amazing iteration of the deck. You can see it's actually very traditional in its renderings, just made, just a little bit more kid-friendly. And you can see the gummy hands, orange and green in there. This is also from US Games, written, I think, and drawn by some German person, if you're out there watching. Thanks, I love it. I'm using it to teach my youngest to play and work with the cards, and it comes in this awesome little tin that makes it really convenient for travel. So this is definitely my humor and travel deck. So, with that being said, let's talk a little bit about aces. In some ways, the aces are an easy card, an easy moment in the sequence of numbers to describe, because of course it is almost like the zero, or I like to describe it, it's the seed rather than the sprout. So when we're talking about, for example, in this deck here, we see here it is the raw potential of the suit. Sorry about the glare. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. So it is the raw potential of the suit. It suggests to the querent, you or whoever you might be reading for, that there's an enormous amount of the capacity to manifest. I like to say it's almost like the wands particularly describe taking something from a neat idea to something that is manifest in the world and is a game changer for you, or it's a matter of being able to cross things off your to-do list. So when the wands come up, in general, they're always describing like what you can do, what you can accomplish, what you can manifest through willpower and applied effort, and of course the aces really describe you on the cusp of that. Now being, having some obvious traditional fertility symbolism, I have also heard this card used to describe the beginning of a project, relationship, and every once in a while also the possibility of conception. So all the aces are really just a gateway card. They're helping you step through to the next thing. So there it is rendered in my deck and on the floor. Here's the Rider Waite Smith version, very classic. I will mention, and I speak about this a lot in my readings with people, I love the Rider Waite deck. I mean, Pamela Coleman Smith was a genius. If you like cards, you know that. I was troubled as a younger reader by the intrinsic, I'm going to say, racism and sexism that were implicit in all the decks that were made before, the modern era. The work was a product of its time, which is why, although I enjoy this deck and I appreciate it so much, I love that in the Gummy Bear version, there's no racism, and there's very little gender specificity, because gummy bears, it's not really about black, white, or any of that stuff. It's, are you orange? Are you green? Are you yellow? So for me, I find it not only comic, but redemptive. So that Ace of Wands, it's all about the raw potential for you to step off into some sort of magnificent manifestation of a project. So great. So we're going to come back to this next time with a blog and work our way through the next one of these aces cards. And feel free to contact me if you have any questions or any comments, anything you want to add. I'm always excited to talk to other people about their experiences. And of course, I know just after 20 years of working with the cards, I only know the bare minimum of what there is to know. Because of course, these images have come to us over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And if you read the work of Mary Greer, they trace their roots all the way back to the Silk Road. So there's so much to learn. So share with me what you know. And you can find me on the Facebooks at World Spirit Tarot by Lorna Onca Uliari. And my website is hardestworkingwomaninsHowbusiness.com. And I have an Etsy store. I'm all over the place. Thanks.